everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my Foundation Galactic Frontier content. So today, folks, I don't even know what the topic for today's video is. It's just kind of going to be a hangout session. It's just going to be a where am I type thing and just looking around and seeing if there's some stuff I can complete and do, like my Radiant. I'm going to go ahead and try to push my Radiant to the max that I have available right now at core level 26. So I'm going to work on that. And then I think I'm also going to try to look at my Strikeback because, oh, check this out. This is the new content story they added, they said, or something like that. Yeah, here we go. Oh, cool. This is the ending story that got added in the latest update where they show the fall of the Ascendancy. And the mastermind Bishop Lars Reno was condemned to live out the rest of his life frozen. Yet the Ascendant will shall descend upon the universe again. Dun dun dun. So basically, we're showing the good stuff of how the Corel traders have rebuilt the galaxy. But there it is. The embers of the Ascendancy still linger in the far dark corners of the galaxy. So let me see what this is. Oh my God. I had two Traders Era Path rewards to claim still. I didn't even realize I had these. After this phase ends, your Commerce Guild controls the level 9 planet port. And I had that, and I didn't even know it. Oh my God. I gotta get this. Yes. And I gotta get this sweet stuff. What's in here? Oh, nice. That's gonna tie in nicely with my video today. Oh, and it's a choice chest. These are the best ones. These are the best ones because these are the ones that will help you choose which component you can actually build in the legendary section. And I'm going to definitely look over this because I got to noticing when I was looking in my inventory just a little bit ago that I have one of the legendary components that I desperately need for my kinetic gram. I'm going to work on building that as part of the video, and it's just a hangout video. It's just a what am I doing, where am I at type thing, because a lot of people in the video comments on YouTube have been asking me, so what do you do with this, what do you do with that, where are you at on this, where are you at on that. I'm just going to kind of show you where I'm at, and so you can kind of get an idea. The outpouring of support on YouTube has been freaking amazing, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed. In the last month, 6,973 of you have subscribed to my channel from this content alone, because this game is the only thing I'm covering right now. I did have other mobile games on my channel, and I have a lot of Dune Awakening content on my channel, but I'm just not playing that right now, and I'm not really playing anything else. I'm playing this. And 6,973 of you in 28 days have subscribed because of this content. And I just want to tell you thank you. That blows my mind. It's definitely a big jump for me. And I put a lot of work into this channel. I've been making content for roughly around 5 years now. But I've just started to explode here lately. And I guess it's just this game. You guys just love this game. And I've found a niche where you guys really are enjoying. And I just want to say thank you to the YouTube community. So enough of that. But I do appreciate you. Don't take that the wrong way. So here is the last one. Any commerce guild in the province occupies a level 9 starport. And I'll take them. Take those rewards all over, all day long. Let's get another one of these. Ooh. What is that? A random component. Nice. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Okay, so now my trader's era has come to an end. I'm at the very last chapter and it's all done. You can see all the different stages throughout the beginning through to the end of 22 is done. The journey in Corel has ended and a new adventure will soon begin, a new world. So I'm looking forward and anxious to that, to seeing what's coming next. And that's all I'll say on that. So next thing I want to do is I want to look at my strike back, because that's something I definitely want to catch up as well. I want to get it to 150 is the top, I think. Yeah. At 150, you get your last reward, and I will then get my last reward on my strike back fund or whatever it's called. Let's look at that, see if I can find it. Path to dominance must be in here, maybe. Hang on, I gotta find it. Okay, I was looking in all the wrong places. It's up here in the champion pass. If you've purchased it, the strike back fund was a good time, man. It was a really good deal. It allowed me to get a bunch of shards of Zora, and Zora is just the GOAT. She's one of the greatest heroes in the game. So as you advance through your strike back missions, you get all these super sweet rewards, but this Zora is where it's at. Man, I've gotten a lot of her through this. And now I'm at the very end stage of it, and I want to get my last 10 shards of Zora so that I can finish out the strike back fund. So I want to go ahead and put some effort into the strike back campaign and see how far I can get. I may hit a stopping point where I hit a power wall and can't progress, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more regular missions, and then the end. And at the end, it's way too strong, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Not really sure what that's about. Is that going to be just with Rion? I'm not sure. No, it looks like space combat. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to try to push it and see how it goes. I have my setup like this because I've found through advice through people like Snakebite and some of my guild mates and all that stuff, that the best thing to do is have your oppo in the lead slot, because one of the critical design flaws of the strike back is that the enemies will always target the lead slot right here. So no matter where you move that ship around, the enemies will automatically turn and try to go to it and target that one. And then these two can be beaten on it. Your other two ships, which are your strongest, can be doing the damage, while this one is just kind of leading them around. Right now, I may be strong enough to where I can just focus fire all three on that one and take it completely out. But if I'm not, then I can, you know, back off with this one and kind of drive it around and distract the enemy while my ship's beat on it. It looks like I'm going to have enough strength to just go ahead and melt it down at this stage, but the power ramps up on the strike back insane in some spots. You can see it's doing a little bit of damage to me, but not a whole lot. So I'm going to take this one out easily. Now the next one, it will jump up in power. It may, and it has a tendency to, you'll beat one and then all of a sudden, boom, you'll get smacked in the face with a power wall that you can't overcome, because the difficulty ramps up on this pretty hardcore. But that one I got pretty easily. I should have completed that before now, actually, it looks like. Let's go ahead and try to do the next one. And I'll just focus fire on it and see how fast I can melt it down. Looks like I'm going to melt this one down pretty quick too, without too much resistance. So it looks like I could have progressed quite a bit on this already, and I just for some reason got sidetracked with all the PvP and all the fun guild stuff we've been doing together, that I've kind of forgot about these little side things like my strike back and my Radiant missions. Those are really important to do though. Strike back for the rewards, especially if you've bought the fund. The Radiant mission is super important because those are rewards you get all the time. It's just AFK reward generation, and you got to do it because you're going to get lots of hero level up items from the Radiant mission. So I'm going to cap that one if I can next, and we'll kind of go through some gameplay on that, and then I'll show you what I do on that. My style on the play on Radiant may be completely different than what you do, and that's okay. We don't all have to use the same teams. We don't all have to use the same strategies. So find what works for you. If using the same thing I do works for you, then do it. It's not a big deal. I have asked for a lot of advice through the people that I game with in my guild, and other people like Snakebite, one of the favorite community authors on the official Discord, for advice, and that they've gave me a lot of good advice as far as good teams to use. So for my roster, I kind of have what works best for me figured out. I could possibly do better, but I don't know what's better because I haven't tried to experiment with a lot of stuff, because I've kind of found what works and I've kind of just stuck with it. So, oh, look at how much the power ramped up on this one. Look at that. Look at how much damage that thing did to me so fast. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, you know, kind of take advantage of the design flaw of this mechanic where this guy's trying to get to this guy, but he can't. And I'm just going to kind of fly him around and distract this one while these two beat on him. But it doesn't look like I may not be able to take him down. So I'm going to go ahead and just focus fire, because I don't think I'm going to have the strength to take him down, because this is where I was telling you the power wall just hits you in the face. The power ramped up quite a bit from the previous mission to this one. And there's pretty much nothing I can do on this one. I'm going to get owned. I may try it one more time, but I'm more than likely at a spot to where I've hit a power wall and I'm just not going to be able to beat it. But I may try it one more time, and I'll immediately start with distraction with this one. Get it out of there real quick and just kind of start playing the distraction game and seeing if these other guys can survive long enough to do any damage to him. Get him trying to fly up here to me, and man, they're taking a lot of damage, so I don't think it's going to matter. I think I'm pretty much just at the point to where the power wall is caught up with me, and it doesn't really matter what I'm going to do. I'm not going to really be able to beat this one. I will be able to beat it once I do some modifications on my ships, probably, because I have some legendary components I want to create and upgrade, and that will boost my power, and I can probably come back after I do that and beat this one. I hate to do that though. Gosh, I hate to do those component upgrades, because I'm supposed to be saving all this stuff for guild versus guild, to where I can post big scores by saving my materials for specific days. But dadgummit, I'm kind of at a tough spot with this, because I have to make content and I can't be hoarding everything every second of gameplay. I need to, you know, be able to do some things to make content. So that kind of really screws me up in that regard. So 11,144 is where I'm stuck. I don't have too far to go before I get to the end, and I think if I make some component upgrades, I'll probably be able to push the next couple. Gosh, I'm loath to do that though, because I know I'm going to get in trouble for burning all this stuff ahead of time before guild versus guild, because I want to do good in guild versus guild, but dadgummit, I need to go. I'm going to look at my components real quick and look at where I'm at with legendaries. On the purples, do I have any blueprints I can complete? No. Okay. On the legendaries, do I have any blueprints I can complete? That's the one I'm looking at. And no, there's a native 9 as well, so I could possibly do that one if I wanted to. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm at 8 of 9 on this one, though, and this one is super attractive to me, and I'll show you why. It is a kinetic railgun. Remember that, and it's only one step away. Because it's only one step away, I can use one of my legendary choice chests on it and pick that specific one and finish it, and then be able to create it. Why am I so interested in being able to create it? Well, when you look at my kinetic gram that is in the kinetic style, you can see that I'm short the kinetic railgun legendary. So if I made that one, I could slot it right here. And that would be a huge upgrade for me, because I would take this purple one and use it to upgrade the one I would put there. It would be a level 1 legendary, and I could use this one to level it up to like 29 or 30. And right away, boom, I'd have a huge increase. And then I could take my Empower mechanic and use some of those prismatic cores that I got from all these events as rewards the last couple days, and try to do some empowerment on it to catch it up, hopefully to level 4. And then I would have 3 level 4 empowered legendaries, and then I would just be short this one. And once I get this one, I would have my 5-piece bonus. Right now I have a 3-piece set bonus, but if I get that railgun and the shield, I would have a 5-piece fleet command bonus points by 10. That would be huge for me. That would give me a lot more power, and it would make me do a lot more damage to my enemies that I attack versus players, because if my command points are higher than theirs, my damage is increased versus theirs, type of thing. So I have 219 prismatic cores right now. I have plenty of gold to be able to do some empowers. So I'm going to go ahead and create this one right here. I know I'm going to get in big trouble for doing that, because this is not guild versus guild right now, and that would honestly be better spent during guild versus guild rather than me just sitting here making a video. But like I said, I got to make a video. I have to have interesting content to make in the video, and I think you guys want to see this progression of how do you get stronger. All these discussions we're having is helping everybody understand how to get stronger. I'm learning too, so I'm not trying to act like I know everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, as we talk this stuff out, we learn how to get stronger together. I also have a random component, and I think it would be smart for me to go ahead and use that now, because I could accidentally possibly get that kinetic railgun I need to complete that one, and then I wouldn't have to burn my choice chest on it, and I could use something else. So fingers crossed for the kinetic railgun. Here we go. Oh, I got the radar instead for a different attack style, but hey, that's good. I'll take it. I don't know if I already have that one or not, but I'll have to look and see. Components. Ah. And I do already have this one completed. Or actually, do I? Or did I just get that one as a drop? Oh my, yeah. It was a completed component that dropped from that chest that I just opened. That's so cool. So now that means I have this style radar. So now I need to look at that real quick. Let's change plans. Hold up. It's this ship that I have in this attack style, and this is the one that I need to look at the components on and see where I'm at. Hopefully I don't already have it. Oh, and yes, I do not already have it. So that's going to be a good addition for me right here. That's going to help me increase my power on this ship, which is my next most powerful ship. And ideally, and from what I've heard from everyone that knows everything about the game, they say that you eventually want to move to the Dim as your main attack ship, and, you know, change the attack style on the Dim and make that your main. But the game kind of forces you into a Graham kinetic box right at the start. So you kind of get stuck right here, being forced to pretty much do this. So I need to take a quick look at my blueprints real fast and see where I'm at. So I'm at 133 of 200. I'm at 22 of 100 on this one. And I'm at 0 of 100 on this one. This one's tough to get blueprints for. You almost have to buy those. You just really, I don't know how to get blueprints for that one other than opening up your wallet, really. So, okay. Well, sweet. And then on my opportunity, I'm doing pretty good on legendaries on this one, actually. I could probably complete this one, maybe. This attack style with the radar, and I need to look at that in my components list and see if I could actually make that one. Because if I could make that one, that may be where I spend my second choice chest. Let me see how far along I am on that one. 7 of 9. Ooh, boy. I am super close on that one. If I just had one more choice chest, I could complete the set of legendaries on that ship with this one right here. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and build this right here because that's the one I'm focusing on for this little minute right here that we're talking. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on that. I need the kinetic railgun. So I'm going to use one of my choice chests. I'm scrolling down to kinetic railgun. That's the one I'm building. Make sure you select the right one. Make sure I'm just using one chest so I don't screw up and accidentally make two. Boom. All right, so I now have the components I need to make that dude. Let's do it. Craft. Oh, yeah. Love it. I now have it. There it is. Let's put it on. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm in the dressing room trying on new clothes or something. All right, here we go. Let's switch to this one. Switch, and you can see it's going to take my power down, but that's okay because I'm going to bump it right back up because I'm going to use that purple kinetic railgun to level it up. All right, so now I have it in there. Now I'm going to upgrade with my purple one. And you know, I don't know if this is the smartest move or not, but this will get me where I want to be super fast with just one component. Boom. Yes, I know I put a lot of work into this one, but look what it does for me. It'll take me to 30 right away, and then that's where I need to do my empowerment to take 10 more levels up on it, you know? So boom, there we go. And now my stats have greatly increased with the addition of this one on there. And to get it to 30 to 40, I'll have to do a breakthrough is what I meant to say. I accidentally said empowerment, but I meant breakthrough. I think I have to use a component of the same quality and position, so I would need another legendary kinetic railgun right here to be able to do the breakthrough. So 30 is basically where I'm stuck with that one. I think the kinetic core cube was the only one I've been able to get a first breakthrough on my legendaries on this ship. So that did greatly help me though. Now what I want to do, I've got a +4, a +4, and a +4 on empowerment. I want to see if I can empower this one up at least 2 to 3. It's not costing me a whole lot this first time, and hopefully I can get lucky and get it first try. Boom, I did. Hopefully I can get lucky and get this one within a couple tries. It has a 35% chance, so that's not bad. So let's hope we get lucky and get it in the first couple tries, and we save as many of our prismatic cores as we can. Boom, there we go. So that was 2. That was 2 tries. That was very good. 20% is not bad. It's still good. So let's hope that I can get that within 2, 3, 4 tries and not have to take it too far down the road here. Come on, I'm hoping for it to complete. Hoping for it to complete. Come on, luck. Boom, there we go. 4th try, got it. That wasn't bad at all. Now, to get it to level 4 like the rest of them, I have a 10% chance, which is doable. It's totally doable, but it's 10 prismatic cores per attempt. I'm going to go ahead and go for it because my OCD is not going to allow me to have 3 components at 4 and 1 at 3. They all have to match or I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Oh, there it went. And I got lucky on that one. I got it on like the third or fourth try. Okay, I'm going to stop there because that is equal to the rest of them that I have. You can see I have 4 plus 4 level components on this one now. Empowered plus 4. This one is the only one I like, but I don't have enough parts to make a legendary one of that yet. So let's look. It's a kinetic. What is this called? A composite shield? Composite armor? Kinetic composite armor. Let's see where we're at on that one. Just kind of get an idea how far away I am to having a complete set on that one. So kinetic composite armor is right there. I'm 4 of 9. So I'm quite a ways away from being able to get that one probably, because I only have one choice chest right now, and that would put me at 5 of 9. That would mean I still need 3 more. So hopefully when I'm farming my 170s, I can get some of these drops right there. That would be great. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and make this gun, this rail gun. It's 8 of 9. But honestly, because the opportunity is not my core ship, I think I'm going to save that choice chest to try to finish this one off. So I'm going to let that one sit, and hopefully I can get a drop that I need to finish it off on its own, or a random one from a random choice, a random chest, possibly. But I'm going to look at that one. That's that attack style, the railgun. Let's go look at it. Okay. Railgun. Okay, I do still need it. So it looks like I have the components to do this one though. And I can switch to that one right now because I did actually get that one. So I'm going to go ahead and switch that one and put it on. And then I'm going to level it up, upgrade it to possibly 30. We'll see how far it gets to go. Boom, got it. All right, boom. We just strengthened that ship quite a bit right there. That was good. Good stuff. So now let's go back and look at the components on that ship. I have this one up to +3. I could try to empower this one real quick just to get that last little bump of power on it. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Try to get that last little bump of power on it. Empower. I have the other one up to +3. Let's try to get this one to +3. I got to be really careful about spending too many of these because I need to save these for down the road. Okay, boom, there we go. Level 2. Now I'm going to try to get level 3. Oh, I got lucky first try. Okay, so... Oh, I'm at 2 right now. I need to go to level 3. Okay, I want to go to level 3 because I want it to be the same so that things feel like they're leveling up equally. Boy, I'm getting some good empowerment rolls. Getting them within 2 and 3 and 4 chances there. That's good. Okay. So I've got that one up to +3 as well. Made some progress there. Made quite a bit of progress here. Could make some progress here. Could do some empowerment here, but dadgummit, I want to save those prismatic cores for just a little bit longer before I go burn any more. This would be a good place to drop another level in each one of these, actually, because the chance on that is not too bad. The chance on that is 20%, and that's totally doable. So I could probably get that within 2 or 3 attempts per each one, possibly. And that would be, 30 or 40 of these, maybe. Boy, that's a doggone good bump in power right there. I'm really tempted to do that, but I do need to kind of save some of this stuff for guild versus guild as well. So I'm going to try to get away with making the video and still trying to save some stuff. I need to do a fleet swap real quick, so I guess I need to pause my trades so that I can do that fleet swap real quick, because those ships are hurting pretty bad. I don't know if somebody has attacked them or if they're just beat up from battle. I'll have to look at my reports here in a minute. Okay, got that one swapped out. Got that one swapped out. I may have just forgotten to do that after my last PvP session. I could have swore I did that though. I have to look at my reports real quick and see if somebody's hitting my trades. Because if they are, they're going on the list of people to kill on site. And look at this. Okay, no, 5 hours ago, that was when I was doing PvP. So there's been no trade hits. I must have just forgot to do fleet swaps on those before I put them back on trade missions. All right, so let's check and see if our power has increased enough to where we can beat this mission now. I've increased my power to 722, 424. I don't know where it was before, but I'm going to try to beat that battle now and see what happens. I am just a little bit under the power for this mission. Hopefully with that increase in components, I'll be able to have the power I need to push through this. You know what? I'm just going to go focus fire and try to see if I can't melt this thing down, because if I dance around with this one too long, it's just going to kill me. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to push through this. So I don't think I'm going to be able to push through this one. Let me try to dance around a little bit and see if I can distract it long enough for my other ships to beat it. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. They're taking way too much damage. So that's not going to be a thing. So this is probably pretty much where I'm going to be stuck on Strikeback until I get a little bit more power. I thought that boost that I gave myself in components was going to be enough to get me through this, but it obviously was not. So let's go ahead, and I might as well just go ahead and quit this, honestly, because I know I'm going to get killed, but I want to see how far down I take it. How close am I? So like 26. Yeah, okay. So I know where I'm at. I'm stuck on 11,144, so I'm not too far away. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missions and then the final one away. So that's not bad. That'll give me something to continue to push towards. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to push my Radiant as far as I can. I have my core level 26 done. And at core level 26, it gives me the ability to do Radiant missions at the chapter 9 level. And I've pushed all the way through all those, and I'm to this one. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more missions and then the boss. So I'm not too far away from having it capped again. And I think once I get to the end, it's going to lock me until I upgrade my core again. So like I said, though, the strategy that I use may be different than what you use, team strategy, but I like to do a lot of DPS. And I love Zora because her power will group them all together here in just a minute. You'll see that. Boom, there it goes. That's Zora's black hole thing. It sucks them all in there and groups them all up. And boom. Just too good. Whenever I get to a place that I need to do a boss, I look at swapping in Cocoon. Because even though these DPS do great DPS, when it gets to a boss, it just seems to do so much damage that they take too much damage. And, you know. Lily was my highest damage dealer. Zoro, I'm sure, was right behind. Kama's just good. She's really good for this, so I just continue to use her. I don't really have a better option at this time. She's a good DPS, and she does an AoE, which is important. An AoE is an area of effect, so that when they do their power, it hits multiple enemies. So Zora Lily, comma, or all three AoE DPS. Because their attacks, their special attacks hit multiple enemies. There's an energy cube. If I get it, I'll set off their special abilities again. Didn't really need it, but let's show off and do it. Lily, top damage dealer again. And I don't even really have Lily leveled up. I've got her at 150, but I've got her power bar at all green. And that's basically where she's at when you unlock her in the first event that you can get her. If you complete all the stages of that event, you get her to full green on the rank. And I haven't had the opportunity to get any more of her. I think she's shown up twice, but the first time I got her, and then the second time I just refused to spend any money again for a little while because I was getting in big trouble with the wife. Don't say anything. You'll get me in trouble. But I was refusing to spend, so I was trying to chill. And I missed my opportunity to get any more of her shards at that time. Whenever she shows up again, that's going to be really difficult for me not to spend on her because she's just that good. That's just all there is to it. She's that good. So if I get the chance to spend on her again, I may just go ahead and do it. So one thing I like to do usually when I'm setting up a battle is I like to get a lot of the enemies out, and then I like to kind of make them come to me in a peak to where I can not have them come at me from the sides but come straight at my face. And then that gives Zora time to throw her skill down like that right there. And then Zora's skill will just completely encompass everything. And then I go over here and get the synergy box, and I do Zora's skill again and the other AoEs as well, and it's game over at that point. Lily, top damage dealer, like always. Okay, this guy has got some powerful enemies in here. I'm going to have to be careful because that beam attack they're doing is really yoinking my health. I got to stay out of that beam. Look at the health on them. Boom. Got to get out of that. So that causes you, some of these enemies will cause you to have to pay attention a little bit. It's not autopilot always. Especially the enemies that come running at you real fast and get in your face. Those can be kind of troublesome at some point too. You have to really pay attention for those. Because if they get too close in your face, they can cause you problems. Alright, Zora, where's your skill? Boom. Let's go. Boom. Lily is so good. Lily and Zora are a heck of a team, man. I think for Kaboom robots, Zora and Lily are probably the two best, and then the third is just optional. Probably another really good DP. Whoever your next best DPS is probably the best choice for that team as well. I haven't got to do any Kaboom robots for a while. I want to do that one again soon. I think I've gotten to like 79 killed or 80 killed is the best I've done so far. There's about 10 or 15 of my members in my guild that get 100% on that, and I'm going to pick their brain next time we have that event and ask them if they can look at my roster and tell me if they can come up with a better team comp for me. I think I've got the team picked out for my roster the best I could possibly do, but I'm gonna ask the pros on that and see what they have to say. So let's get this one done. Man, what's going on? Are they stunned or what? What is the deal? Am I lagging out? Okay, I guess I'm frozen. Not really sure what's going on here. I can't move. So I guess this is froze. My skills are going up, but I can't move. I'm trying to use my skills manually and they won't go off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to reload the game. So be right back. And sometimes that happens. I mean, games are not perfect. Sometimes they get hitches and they get hung up. That one got hung up right in the middle of that battle, but I can beat it, no sweat, so I'm not worried about it. I didn't lose anything, so no big deal. Just had to restart. Not a problem. I wanted to see where I was at anyway, so I'm 2 missions off and then the final boss on this one, and then I think that's where I'm going to get stopped again. So let's go ahead and try that. Try to get that completed. Same team. All right, let's try to get through it without getting hung up. Okay, come on, Zora. There you go. Zora starts it off, and then Kama and Lily hit. And then if I get an energy, I grab it, and then boom, it's game over. Oh, they're still coming. Dadgum. This one's a little tougher. Getting a little tougher, and that's how it should be. Well, I gotta watch out. My health went down right there. They're hitting hard. Boom. Oh yeah, they're hitting hard. Okay, so that took quite a bit of my health on that one. That's good. That was a challenge. All right, this is the last stage before the boss fight, I think. So I'm gonna run around. Whoops, that one nailed me. Run around, let them spawn in. Get some, then move. Get some, and then move. Get some, and then move. Zora. And then Lily, Kama. Alright, let's let some spawn in. Grab one of these energies. Boom. Save a couple of those other energies. Okay. Let them spawn in. Grab one. The energy boxes refill your special abilities. I'm sure you're probably already aware of that if you're watching at this stage. But they're very helpful. That one had a lot of energy boxes on it. Okay, so the next stage is the boss fight, I think. And I think I want to go ahead and slot Cocoon in. Because that's just what I normally do for a boss fight, because she's just too good of a tank to actually hold the boss's attention. And you'll see what I mean. The boss does a lot of damage and Cocoon just holds it. Okay, I gotta stay out of the fire. Stay out of the fire. You're not paying attention, Mirandus. Boom. Alright, boom. Okay, I think I got this. Unless it does some kind of power I haven't seen before. Stay out of the fire. Boom. Okay, I should be able to take it down from here. Cocoon is tanking. Damage dealers are damage dealing. DPS is DPSing. There we go. Boom. I don't even have to move. Just do it. Alright, so that was some good Jody shards too. I need that, by the way. So I'll take those all day long. Let's see if it locks me. Okay, reward bonus is up. And it says, please upgrade Gray's quarters to level 27. So it goes up by 2s. Last time I hit a block, it was 26. This time it's going to take me 2 more to get it to unlock the next level. And then I'll have 1 more level after that at 30 if it follows the same pattern. So it looks like there's 10, and then chapter 11 looks like it's the last chapter on the Prime Radiant. I'm guessing, because I have never seen it, but that if it follows the same pattern, that's what it'll be. So I've got my Radiant, Prime Radiant section maxed out for now at 10-1. I have 0.87 of the epic and 0.87 an hour of the legendary skill training books. I get 25,000 food per hour, so that's a really good food benefit. If you need it to still level your heroes, that's great. I'm at the place to where I don't really need to do a lot of leveling because everybody I got is maxed except for this one, this one, this one, this one, and these three. Having these up to 130 would be great because they're actually still part of my fleet. She's not anymore. I've swapped Lily in for her. And this one is still part of my fleet, so I need to level her. He's not part of my fleet, so I really probably shouldn't waste any food on him. And she's not part of my fleet, so I shouldn't waste any food on her. And then this one's not part of my fleet yet, but I may go ahead and think about putting her in because I see a lot of people using her, so I'm not sure if she's a good swap for me at this time or not, but I'm going to have to do some research on that one. But I'm saving her and I'm saving him for an event where I can level the heroes and get a lot of points. That's why I'm saving those levels there for that. I have 10 recruits available, but I'm going to go ahead and save those for the guild versus guild event, and then hopefully by the time we get to guild versus guild, I'll be able to do some more of those. So I'm going to go ahead and level up Fade to 130 because he's just pretty doggone good for an epic. The next one, gosh, Clara or Lucius. Tough decision.
Well aware of what's the difference between these?
I'll do 2 on her. 2 on, well, I can't get two. Yeah, I can maybe if I use all these. Yeah, can't quite get 2 on him, but that boosts my power a little bit. So I did some hero power upgrades, so I'm just curious to see if my stats on my Strikeback is enough to where I think I can beat it now. Let's try it one more time just to see, because a lot of times you'll get over that power wall and you won't even realize that those adjustments you made that big of a difference. But I'm going to start by trying to dodge, fake him out, see if they can do enough damage to him to make it look like I'm going to be able to beat it. They're not really doing a whole awful lot of damage to it. It must have a very high defense rating for where my attack power is. Yeah, this one's about to die. So I don't think I'm going to be able to take it down yet still. I'll go ahead and I should have focused all 3 on it probably and seen how well that did. I think I had it down to 2,600,000 last time. With the increase in hero levels, I should be able to take it lower than that. I doubt I'll be able to beat it, but I should be able to at least get under 2,600,000. Okay, I did. And I'm actually doing pretty good. I do still have a little bit of health left, so boom. So I'll get under 2 million. That's actually pretty good. 1.9 is where I was at. So that's a good reference point for me. After I do some more leveling on something else later, I'll come back and see if I can do better than 1.9 on that one. So I'm almost there, but not quite. Okay, so we talked about the Radiant. We got that pushed in Gray's quarters, the Radiant missions, as far as we could. We got the Strikeback done as far as we could. We looked at the components on our fleet, and we upgraded some components to Legendary and got some of those set bonuses going and started, and hopefully complete this one here shortly. Got that one to 4 of 5. This one to 2 of 5. And this one was 4 of 5 already, and we basically just left it there. Gosh, I want to do... Man, I want to do that. Empower on these so bad. Man. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to save them for guild versus guild, because hopefully by then I'll have some more prismatic cores and I can do a few more upgrades. But that was the video for today. It was just basically a hangout session just to talk about where I'm at and what I'm doing, so that you can possibly see, you know, what you might want to do, how you could possibly use some of this stuff we talked about to help you power up your account. One thing I got to do now is I've got to get my T5 craft rebuilt. Oh my god, that PvP event took down quite a few of my T5 craft. I'm going to finish the ones up that I have right here and get some more making. And then I'm going to see where I'm at on that real quick. All right, so burnt a ton of resources right there, a lot more than I intended. I am at 191 out of 210, so I'm getting almost to the place where I'll be built back up for guild versus guild. I got 2 days before guild versus guild, so I'll definitely be able to be at 210 again if I can keep myself from going and getting some PvP action. I need to just leave it alone. I need to leave it alone. Oh my god. But we'll see if I can do that. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you've enjoyed this content. Please subscribe, like, hit that notification bell so you're notified when I make more content on Foundation Galactic Frontier. And I appreciate you. Like I said it earlier, I really appreciate the support from the community. You guys have been amazing. Talk to you later. Peace. It's almost time for 170s. It's an hour away from daily reset. Woohoo! Give me them legendaries. Give me some legendaries.